everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Mia, and today, as you can see, I already have face done, just this is a preview. But we're going to be creating this look here, this glowy summer look. Just absolutely classic glow, like something you just can't beat in the summer. I thought I'd do this one, a glowy look, and then I've also got a summer glam either coming or you'll already watched it. If there are any other looks that you want to see me do on my channel, please let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoy this video, please remember to like, subscribe and hit the bell to make sure you miss none of my future videos. Remember, I post every Wednesday and Sunday at 8:30 PM, so be sure to tune in for that. And if you want to see how to achieve this look, then keep on watching. So guys, obviously for the glowy look, we're not really going to do much eyeshadow today or anything like that, in fact barely any. So I'm going to do brows to start, just a little bit. So I'm going to actually go in with the Benefit brow pencil. This is the Precisely My brow pencil. I'm just going to zoom you in. So excuse this spot here, decided to come on my face. I did actually pop it this morning, so hopefully like it'll go down. But basically all we're going to do is we're just going to be lightly, and I just mean lightly because my brows are already tinted. So I'm just going to be fading that back in. Just all I'm going to do is add a little bit of colour. Don't want to do a lot. Just adding a little bit of colour. Same on this brow. I'm just going to actually brush through these with a spoolie, just to like smoothen the pigment out. All we want is for that colour to sort of tint the brow very slightly, and then I'm going to come at the end and put the gel in, just to put them in place. But I just wanted to add a little bit of colour. But today is mainly going to be all about base. I'm going to start by moisturising the face with this. So this is the MAC Strobe Cream. This is in the shade Gold Light, and I'm just taking a little bit. I'm just going to moisturise this in. I'm going to use my hands just because I feel like it sinks in better when I use my hands. But as you can see, this gives your skin a really nice glow. And I've been waiting for a really nice day to film this, and I've been thinking, oh my god, I'm just going to have to film it. Just going to have to film it. But today it's so nice outside, so I'm really glad about that. So then once that's sunk in a little bit, I am going to just add a little bit more. So I'm just going to be adding some extra glow. This is the Benefit Sunbeam, and I'm just going to be basically putting this all over just as a base glow. This is actually what I'm going to be using for highlighter today. Just looks super nice under the foundation as well, it gives it that extra glow. So I'm just using like a duo fibre brush. I'm just going to moisturise this in, just really make sure that, you know, there's no harsh lines. We don't want it to dry. I am having a bit of breakouts at the minute, but it's fine. Just making sure all of this is nicely buffed in. Look at that glow. Yes, fab. So now is time for a little bit of a foundation. I don't like to apply too much foundation. However, you know, we do want a little bit. So I'm going to be using the trusty Maybelline Fit Me today. And I'm going to use a tiny amount of this. I'm going to put some on my palette. But I mean, just not a lot at all. So I'm going to use a nice clean duo fibre brush today. Just pick up tiny bit of this and literally just start buffing it onto the face, but in tiny amounts. So we don't want a lot. This is not for coverage, it's just for colour. So buff it in. This foundation and this brush together is like a dream combo. But can you see how it's got this glow underneath the foundation now? I have used so little. So once we've got this foundation going on, really lightly, like I said, you don't want anything too much. And then I'm not going to blend too far down my neck because I am wearing white, which now I'm thinking, was that such a good idea? And then I'm going to do a little bit of cream contouring. So I've got this foundation here. This is a MAC foundation, and I'm actually just dipping into the lid because there's quite a lot of product in the lid of this foundation. And I'm just going to go around the sides of the face. want this nice and warm. Go under the jaw just slightly. And that's all we need. We don't need a lot of product. And I'm going to use the exact same brush that we used for foundation and just blend this in slightly. So this was the MAC Studio Fix foundation, but I've got it in a darker shade and I just use it as like a liquid bronzer. So just really, really lightly tap that in, and then just make sure you're really, really working that in the face. Now we've got bronze, now we've got glow, and I'm just going to add some concealer. So for concealer today, I'm actually using a P. Louise base. This is shade 3, but that's a little bit too dark for me, but I like the glowy effect. So I mix shade 3 and shade 1. Now you're probably thinking, why don't you just use shade 2? But the undertones are off. So that's why I like to just mix these. I'm just going to take my brush, and I'm just going to like mix this while it's on the eye. Mix that under the eye like that. Apply a little bit to the chin. The same over here, and it out. Put a little bit down the nose, a little bit on the forehead. But just before changing brush, I'm just going to tap it out a little bit. Make sure I've got right under that eye. Pat the face out with the foundation brush again. I just like the finish of it. But then I am going to tap the under eye out with a brush. So this is the Real Techniques setting brush, but obviously I'm using it to pat my concealer in. And I'm just tapping this. And then you can always, if you feel like you need to blend anything more out, just blend it out with that. But as you can see, that really brightens the face up, but it's still got like dewy glow, which is what I love about the base. And then we're going to follow with going in with a cream blush. So again, this is another P. Louise base. This is in the shade Cute in Coral. So I'm going to put this on my palette. And then I like to use this brush here. This is a Peaches and Cream PC16 brush. And I'm just taking my palette and I'm dipping into that base, getting some on my brush, but patting it off because you don't want a lot. And then I'm just going to be tapping this on. And I like a lot of blush. I do like a lot of blush, especially when it's cream blush, because it is sheer and it will fade. So I like to really like pat the blush on because you can't even see it on the camera properly. Then I like to tap a little bit on the forehead just to bring that warmth back. But like that just brings it back to life. Tap over it with the foundation brush if you need to, just like that. And then we can go back into our liquid highlighter. So I'm going to use the same one. This is Benefit Sunbeam. This is honestly one of my favourites. I think it's such an underrated product. So I'm just going to apply a little bit. Same there, just for now. I'm going to take just a nice brush. And I'm just going to be side to side blending this out. Do make sure that you are really blending it out so it doesn't leave like a mark or anything. And as you can see, it just gives you this dewy finish. And then I do like to just run whatever's left on my brush over there. But then I will also apply a little bit to the chin, the nose, a bit to the forehead. You can always apply more. So I'm actually taking my brush that I used for the blush and just blending this out. This brush blends out creams super nicely. So just gonna blend that on, like just over. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to my brows because like, I'm really happy with the face. I don't like to apply more highlighter really. I like to leave it liquid just to set. I'm going to take a spool, I'm going to take a little bit of Fix Plus, give it a little spritz, and I'm going to jump into my Strawberry Sherbet Texture Gel. This is going to add some real texture to the brows, make it look super nice. So I'm just going to swirl my spoolie around in there, and then I'm going to just run this through the brows. So I'm not going to do a laminated brow. This is literally just to sort of hold the brows in place, fluff them up a little bit, and it just gives it that extra oomph. I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the other brow. Like, doesn't it just add that extra fluff to the brows that you just didn't even think you could achieve, but you really can. So love that. This spot is really annoying, I know. Do apologise about that, but nothing we can do about it, just leave it there. Then I'm going to add some extra freckles. So I'm just going to, because I do have a few natural freckles, but I'm going to use my eyebrow pencil and just lightly sort of press them around randomly. The reason I use my eyebrow pencil is because it's the most flattering shade. I've used brown lip liners, but eyebrow pencils usually have a more ashy undertone, which is exactly what freckles need. So I just apply them all over the nose, a little bit on the forehead. And you really need to be light. And then I almost like tap over them with my finger. Hopefully you'll be able to see them, and they're just little freckles. Very, very cute. I just love the effect. I think it adds that more natural look. And then I'm just going to spritz the face with Fix Plus again. And this is going to give it that extra glow. So guys, I just went ahead and put a little bit of mascara on, and then I applied some lip gloss. So the lip gloss is Jeffree Star I'm the Boss gloss, just on its own, no lip liner, nothing. And then the mascara was the Benefit Bad Gal Bang. But as you can see, like, how cute and fresh is this, like, face? Like, I just don't think there's a better, like, summer glowy look. And as you saw, I didn't use any powder whatsoever. You could add powder if you wanted to. I prefer to just leave it like this. Very natural, very glowy, no powder. And believe it or not, this will stay on the face. You can add powder if you want to, but I prefer to just leave it like this. Have it completely liquid and creamed, and it just is, it has the most glowy effect ever. Super natural, super cute. Had that flush of colour, especially with the cream blush. If I was to recommend anything, I'd probably say it's the cream highlighter and the cream blush. So the P. Louise base in shade Cute and Coral, and then the Sunbeam highlighter, like, yes, just yes. So yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you have, please remember to like, subscribe and hit the bell to make sure you miss none of my future videos. Remember, I post every Wednesday and Sunday at 8:30 PM, so be sure to tune in for that. And I'm going to say one big last thank you for watching, and I shall see you all in my next video. Bye guys.